Hello friends, welcome. So in the previous session we have seen that when the atomic orbitals mixes, so there is two type of molecular orbitals are formed. One is called bonding molecular orbitals and second is the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So energy wise this is less in energy and this is more in energy. So let us explain this whole concept now. So the energy of the bonding molecular orbitals is always lower than that of the energy of the atomic orbitals of the combining atom, whereas the energy of the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, they always have a higher than energy of the combining atomic orbitals, as the bonding molecular orbitals is more stable. So this is more stable and anti-bonding is, we can say, this is less stable. However, it should be noted that compared with the energy of the combining atomic orbitals, the energy of the antibonding molecular orbital will be raised by an amount greater than the amount by which the energy of the bonding orbital is lowered. But the sum of the energy of the bonding orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital will be equal to the sum of the energy of the combining atomic orbitals. So the lowering in energy, that is delta, of the bonding molecular orbitals, then the combining atomic orbital is called as stabilizing energies, while increase in energy, that is delta dash, of the anti-bonding molecular orbital is called as destabilizing energy. So we have two types of energy. One is the stabilization energy and second is the destabilizing energy, which is formed by the anti-bonding molecular orbitals and this is formed by the bonding molecular orbitals. So there we have two types of energies. Now let us compare two atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals. What is the basic difference between them? So atomic orbitals, so they are the monocentric. Monocentric means electron cloud extends around the nucleus of a single atom. Electron extends around the single atoms, where in case of molecular orbitals, polycentric means electron clouds are extending all of the nuclei of the bonded atoms in the molecule. It is less stable. This is more stable. It has a simple shape. It has a complex shape. Atomic orbitals, they are designated as sp-d sector, where in case of molecular orbitals they are designated as a sigma, sigma star, pi star, delta star, etc. So these are the basic difference. Now we will see the comparison of bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So what is comparison? So first, bonding molecular orbitals, it is formed by the linear combination of two atomic orbitals when their wave functions are added. In this case, wave functions are subtracted. Second, the electron density, it increases in the region between the nuclei of the bonded atom, so it stabilizes the molecule. In this case, it is electron density decreases in the region between the nuclei of the bonded atoms and increases in the space away from the internuclear region. So it will brings instabilities. Third point, in energy, its energy is less than the combining atomic orbitals, but its energy is more than the combining atomic orbitals. Fourth point, the electron present in the bonding orbitals, it brings attraction between the two atoms. In this case, the electrons present in the anti-bonding orbitals, they will bring repulsion. In this case, repulsion, then in case attraction is there. This is the basic difference. Here, molecular orbitals are denoted as sigma, pi, delta, etc., but it is denoted as sigma star, pi star, delta star, etc. So it has no nodal plane where the electron density is 0, but in this case it has a nodal plane. So these are the basic difference you have to keep in mind. Now we will see the types of molecular orbitals formed. So there are two types of molecular orbitals are formed. So one molecular orbitals formed from the s atomic orbitals, as second is molecular orbitals formed from the p atomic orbitals. So in p there are two types, end to end overlap and second is the side by side overlap. So what does this mean? Let us see pictorially. So you can see molecular orbitals from the s atomic orbitals. This is the diagram. So in this case you can see clearly this is the 1s, this is the 1s. So when they will add it up, what will happen? Subtraction occurs. Subtraction means destructive interference. You can see this is sigma star 1s, and when they will add it up, you can see this is the formation of cylindrical symmetry. This is sigma 1 star, this is sigma star 1. So it has a one nodal plane. So this will go into anti-bonding side, this will go in the bonding side. So it is along the internuclear axis. This takes place along the internuclear axis. In the second case, this is the first case. Second case, when both have opposite signs, means subtraction of waves, so it is forming the sigma star 1s orbital. Even if Each of the two molecular orbitals can accommodate 2 electrons each and 4 in all. Similarly, the combination of two 2s orbitals, they will form two molecular orbitals sigma 2s, that is called bonding, and sigma star 2s anti-bonding. Means if you are using 2s, so it will form sigma 2s and sigma star 2s anti-bonding. So this is the 1s and 2s, both the structure is same. Now, molecular orbitals from the p orbital. So we have seen it is two type. One is the end-to-end overlap and second is the side-by-side overlap. So let us see one by one. So in end-to-end, what will happen? You can see, let us take example of two pz orbitals. So I think you can seeing this picture. So this is a 2pz, this is 2pz. So when the phases are same, plus sign, so what will happen? This will overlap and you can say this is addition of two pz orbitals. So you can see this is coming into the existence. This is the bonding overlapping molecular orbitals. But in this case, this is the plus, this is the minus. You can see this is the plus and minus. They will overlap. So there is a repulsion between these two lobes. So there is a lobes become smaller. So one nodal plane occurs over here. So this is the addition. This is the subtraction. So this is the head-on approach of atomic orbitals. So now we will see the side-by-side overlap. So in side-by-side overlaps, what happens when two py orbitals, in this case two py orbitals and two px orbitals are two atoms which have mutually parallel axes and they interact to give rise of molecular orbitals which are not symmetrical about the nuclear axis. So these are called as the pi molecular orbitals. So these are designated as pi 2py, which is called bonding, or pi and star 2py anti-bonding. So similarly, when two px orbitals on the two atoms interact, so they will form the two pi molecular orbitals. Let us see bonding anti-bonding. You can see this is the 2px. So they are combining, having the same phase. So you can see the structure. It has one nodal plane down in between the two. So one bonding takes place here. So this is the positive bonding. It has one nodal plane. While so in this case, you can see this is a 2px, 2py, this is the plus and this subtract. Subtract means this will go reverse. So plus minus, there will be repulsion between two orbitals and repulsion. So this will repel each other. So it becomes like this one. So there is a nodal plane in between these two orbitals like this one. This is the vertical nodal plane. This is the horizontal nodal plane. So you can see the difference. These are the two atomic orbitals and they are forming the molecular orbitals. So bonding and anti-molecular orbitals from 2px or 2py atomic orbitals. So thus there are 6 molecular orbitals arising from the two sets of 2p atomic orbitals. You can see here. So this is the 2px and 2py 2s. So this is the 4 sets and one we have seen is sigma 2pz 2pz. So there are 6. So since 2py and 2px, the atomic orbitals on an atoms are degenerate, means their energies are equal. So pi molecular orbitals formed by these orbitals will also be degenerate, that is bonding orbitals. So pi 2py and pi 2px, they have the same energy. Similarly, these two anti orbitals having the same energy. So it may be noted that this pi 2px have only one nodal plane and there are two nodal planes in the anti-bonding pi 2px molecular orbitals. Similarly is the situation with the pi 2py and pi star 2py molecular orbitals also. So this is the difference between them. So here is the diagram of 1s or 2p. This is the s orbital. So how they are combining, this is subtraction, this is addition. So this is the anti-bonding sigma star, this is the bonding sigma star. So on addition we get a bonding orbital and on subtraction we will get anti-bonding. So there is one nodal vertical nodal plane in molecular orbitals. This is the for 1s and 1s or 2s. Any is the for the s orbitals. So you can take 1s also or 2s also. In any case you will get the same structure. And here we can see the diagram of the sigma bonding, pi bonding, delta bonding. So sigma bonding is linearly overlap, pi bonding like this side by overlap. And delta bonding also this is overlapping. So this is overlapping with this one, this is overlapping with this one. This is the delta anti-bonding for orbitals. This is the pi anti-bonding, opposite phase. This is the sigma anti-bonding. So this is in energy wise it is increasing. So sigma bonding having less energy than pi bonding, then delta bonding. So delta bonding have again more energy but it is less and more. Pi bonding is more, anti-bonding is more than that of delta bonding, and sigma bonding is highest of energy. So this is the energy wise distribution of bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Now we'll see the difference between the sigma and pi molecular orbitals. What is sigma molecular orbitals and what is pi molecular orbital? So it is formed by the head-to-head overlap of the atomic orbitals along the internuclear axis, but it is formed by side-by overlap of atomic orbitals perpendicular to intermolecular axis. This is perpendicular, this is head-to-head. In this case, overlap region is maximum, but pi in this case overlap region is minimum, maximum, minimum. In this case orbital is symmetrical, but in this case orbital is not symmetrical. Two rotation about the internuclear axis. This can rotate, this cannot rotate. It will lead to the formation of a strong bond. It will lead to the formation of the weak bond. So pi molecular orbitals having the weak bond and this having the strong bond.